Well, hello there, and welcome to My Point of View Movie Reviews. Now, today's review is for the brand new film, The Farewell, starring Awkwafina, and is directed by Lulu Wang, a female Asian director. Yo, y'all, I'm just having a little bit of fun. Now, this movie, The Farewell, it really hit home with me. And you look at me like, okay, big old black dude like you, how does this Asian movie hit home with you? Check this out. My kids are half Asian, so I know a lot about the Asian culture. And growing up in LA, you had friends that were Asian, some were Mexican, black, white. I had the whole cultural diversity growing up to make me understand different cultures, right? Now, this movie is based upon a true lie. In other words, a true story that was a lie. In the Asian culture, when one is sick, elderly, and soon to be gone from this world that we believe in, they tend not to tell the elder statesman what's going on with their body. They instead try to make them feel at ease, because once you know you're going to die, your mental aspect influences you a lot, and it takes over everything else, even your physical being. So what they did in China, they staged a wedding and had everybody come to the wedding to come visit grandma to celebrate her being here, honestly, but stage it as a wedding. So people came from America, everybody came to China. And when you're Americanized, you view things differently. You know, when you live in your homeland, you just accept culture and you accept it as fact, what you do, and you don't dispute it. But when you venture off and start learning about different cultures and other lifestyles, you kind of think of things a little differently and you see things differently. This movie is slow paced. It's not really a comedy. It's a dramedy, a little bit of comedy and some drama. Awkwafina is a fascinating suspect because she started off on YouTube. She was a rapper making YouTube videos down there in New York, the boogie down Bronx, and also in Brooklyn. And later on, caught fire. She became like a comedian locally and then got more and more popular. And then the girl broke into show business, became an actress. She was in Crazy Rich Asians. She was in Ocean's 8. And here she is now with her first sincere, dramatic role. I was very impressed with her performance in this movie. And again, the Asian culture is very particular how they handle things with their elder statesmen. And this movie was right on. Matter of fact, the director lived through this experience, so she had very intense knowledge of how to carry this film. And Asians are very, 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 very patient. They are the best negotiators in the world. And you can tell Lulu directed this movie with care, finesse, and patience. We as Americans, we want things to be a little bit more rapid, a little bit more fast paced. In this movie, if you're that way, it would drive you nuts. You're forced to sit there while the camera is on each individual, taking its time to absorb dialogue and plenty of facial expressions and what they're talking about. Not a whole lot of action from scene to scene. A lot of speech and a lot of dialogue in this film. So if you're not patient, this movie's gonna sincerely test your patience. But in the Asian culture, like I said, they're the best people to negotiate. They're very patient. If you ever try to negotiate with China, you're gonna lose. As Americans, we're sitting there, okay, so how do you feel about this new treaty we have going? They still look at you like this. They just wait you out. The Americans, okay, so the agreement that we have, how do you feel about it? Do you want to invest in our country's politics? To the point it makes you nervous. You like start questioning yourself. Oh, let me talk to my colleague, Joseph. Should we? Okay, now we would give you American monies for some of your yen to distribute and to trade. They're like this again. No facial expressions. Then they might talk to their colleague. They're Americans. Oh, so you agree? What did he say? You never know. That's how Asian culture is. It's fascinating. And this movie touches on it perfectly. This is one of those movies I didn't see coming. This is one of those feel-good movies that make you want to get on the phone and call your grandparents if they're still here. Because this movie touches about love, it talks about death, and it deals with physical illness that hampers every human being no matter what race you are. And racism has no play in death when there's natural causes like this. It makes you really makes you really think about the future and how you handle things with your family. You never want to go a long time without talking to somebody, all of a sudden you have to attend a funeral. That's why different cultures approach death differently. Years ago in Africa and Egypt, they mummified the bodies to keep them preserved. In Mexico, they celebrate death. You know, during the Halloween season, they talk to the death and play music and give gifts and talk to the spirits. In Asia, they don't talk about the illness. They just go on like everyday knowledge. They get together a big old event to celebrate being together rather than feeling sorry for someone who's about to leave this earth. So this movie, I highly recommend it. It's a good trip into a different culture and seeing how people deal with something serious as losing or about to lose a loved one. It's very touching, eye-opening experience. This movie took me by surprise and it was a great watch. The Farewell. Spend those monies. Spend that yen. Go see this film. Support it. Awkwafina is growing up right before our eyes into a wonderful actress. So like, share, subscribe, and tell all your friends. And as always, it's just my point of view. And by the way, you know, who doesn't like Chinese food? We all do. You know what I mean? Peace. Well, hello there, and welcome to My Point of View Movie Reviews. Now, today's review is for the brand new movie, The Farewell. Yo, I'm just playing. Anyway, this movie is directed by Lulu Wang, a female Asian director. And this movie really hit home. You looking at me, big old black motherfucker looking like you? This movie hit home? Yes. My kids are half Asian, so I know a lot about the Asian culture. I was always fascinated with the Asian I was always fascinated by the Asian culture when I was growing up in LA, because I had all types of friends in the school and the area I went to. Hello. Now, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Without you, there's no me. And do us a favor, stop by the website at www.blacktastic.net and pick up some merchandise. Get yourself a hat or pick up a t-shirt. It's things like that that help keep the channel going. And also, feel free to leave a donation on the home page at www.blacktastic.net. Thank you all so much. Again, you make this so much fun. Without you, there's no me. Until next time, see you later.